Yeah, Mandarin is like hard, and like I don't know how to like eavesdrop, which is probably the thing I care most about. Like, what are you talking about, me, bitch?
Yeah. 你说什么？
I know. My boiler wasn't working for like 2 days, so I'm like dying. But thank guys for making time. I know I kept rescheduling.
Thank you.
No worries. Thank you for taking the time. And let me start with introduction.
Introduce myself. Okay,
Yeah.
so I go by Sketchykarr on the internet, although I have other names on the internet, but that was a bygone era. I'm based in London, and full time I'm trying to figure out my career, but I mostly work in drinks, doing brand marketing, things that make me wonder why we live in this capitalist system. And then part-time or on the side, I draw, and I want to do more about that and see what I can do with that, especially drawing things that connect with my heritage and like growing up Asian, just because I know we keep saying there's not enough Asian representation, and it kind of almost sounds like a broken record, but it's still true. So more of us, please.
Dude, but your sketches are so cute. I think
Thank you.
Is so like it should be on a book, you know, like people.
I really want to do a book.
I think that's a great goal. It's especially for like a lot of American-born Chinese or those who are not, I guess, connected to their culture, not living in Macau or Hong Kong. That's like a great way to learn the language, because you have like translations, but you also have like the daily things, you know, like the things that you'd understand if you've lived in Hong Kong and Macau.
Yes. Then you do an adult edition, and then you have all the, you know, the Canto slang.
No, like I really want to do a book that's like for kids and adults, because like, you know how like Pixar and stuff for kids, and then there's like Easter eggs for like adults and stuff, you know, like we never notice how deep and kind of dark and also a little bit pervy, right? Some of the stuff is. So yeah, like we'll see how that goes. I really want to do it next year. I'm just trying to figure out, like, some people are like self-publishing versus like getting a real person, like an agent person, and I'm just like very overwhelmed lately that I didn't even wash my hair today. So I was like, how long has it been since I washed my hair?
High five.
I think basic things is already quite difficult at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, I think we can understand that, because both of us have a full, like, I mean, well, currently I'm not working, but like we've had a full-time job, and then we're doing this on the side. So like it can be overwhelming, especially like the schedules, and then there's, you know, wanting this to be successful too. And I mean, you've grown to like 30K followers on Instagram, which I think is really impressive.
Thank you.
And you have a Caseify? That's so cool. I'm buying one.
It's really expensive. I would buy it if it's on sale.
You know what? I'm gonna wait.
They're gonna kill me. Yeah. I'm just like, yeah, people are like, oh my god, I want to buy it. I'm like, look for a promo code.
I always Google before you know what? I gotta like snap this dog real quick. Just 1 second.
Don't worry.
His name's Rocky.
Oh, Rocky. Is Rocky huge or small?
He's big, but like he's older now, and very gentle. It's like a gentle giant.
Oh, is it hard for you guys to have like the time difference, like not being in the same place?
Yes, you asked like where we are. She's in Macau.
That's true. Yeah. I'm in Macau right now because I'm visiting family for the holidays. So that's why there was like a big time difference. And then, but normally I live in New York, and then she lives in Florida.
So that's easy.
And yeah, we were both born and raised in Macau. We were classmates, and then we both moved to the States.
Like separately, you know, like we just we haven't talked to each other for so long, and then we're like, "Are you in America?" And I was like, "Oh, you're."
Yeah, no, I saw her Instagram story, and she posted New Jersey something. I'm like, wait, New Jersey? I'm in New York. That's an hour away. So I texted her, and
I was like, "Yeah."
I mean, you have a small business, right? Like, I don't know if you've gotten like negative reviews or anything, but like I feel like it's almost inevitable, right? If you want to grow kind of your business and be successful, like you almost have to stop giving a crap about what people think and then just keep going, right?
Yeah, like I'm really bad at pushing my business because like I'm not a salesperson. I'm like, if you like it, buy it. If you don't, then
if you don't, you don't.
Honestly, please do buy my shit, is what I say. But no, like yeah, recently I got some hate mail stuff. Not hate mail, no one writes mails, but some hate for like because I was doing some Cano crime series and like
I love those. I literally sent it to her like, oh my God, this is so genius. And then I was like,
thanks.
I love it. Go on.
Like, I know it's not for everyone. And yes, I could have been more sensitive and stuff, but it literally says crime, and true crime is a genre that's been around so long. But it really did bother me for a bit. And yeah, I just thought like it wasn't very necessary to like I don't understand. Like, there's so
if
much
you don't like it, just don't watch it. Like,
exactly. I don't care. Don't follow me. It's not like I'm here to run for president. And even if I was, I'm sure they've done worse things.
Exactly. Oh my God, no. Yeah. Those are like noises. And Iasmin knows. Like, every time I get like one that is like it hits me in the heart, I would like literally report that comment, delete it, and then block the guy. It's like it's a privilege to watch us. So
oh my God, that's so smart. And I think it's great that you guys have each other to bounce these things off of, because it can get really like sometimes it's hard when you're just yourself. Like I'm just looking at my dog, like this is what happened to me today, dog, and she just looks at me. It's not helpful.
Yeah, no, but the cancer crimes, like it's a great idea. I think it's brilliant idea.
Great, yeah. People just want like see you succeeding, and then they just like want to say something bad. Because what's the point of even commenting if you really don't want to see that? You know what I mean?
I don't know, but even not like the Canto crime thing. Like I would put things like I've drawn things like things Asian mom says, and then like I've gotten comments that says like I'm not East Asian, why am I seeing this? I'm like, oh my God, Asian. And like I'm sorry, I cannot account for every single person that exists on this planet. If you don't like it, then don't look at it.
I know, and it's just like, you know, you're posting because you like it, and they're hoping other people that like it would find you, right? And if you don't like it, you don't have to waste your time comment on it. Like, just scroll or go somewhere else.
Yeah, or I got someone that said like, not all Asians use chopsticks, and like I literally wrote, not all Asians use chopsticks. So maybe if you read what I did,
it's like our post about keeping the bones in like the broth and stuff, like for Asian meals and stuff. And then like we're talking about Asian food in that reel, and then someone was like, "There's plenty of food in America with bones in them." Like I'm like, shut the fuck up! Like I am saying Asian food, okay?
Sorry, like ribs?
Yeah, right. It's like, all right, chicken wings. Okay, cool.
So how do you guys keep in touch, despite the distance and the time?
Facebook Messenger. We just talk to you.
I mean, you know, we committed to like doing it every week, and so, you know, every week we have a podcast out.
We will like find a time where we are both available. We record, then I do the editing while I'm like, because I work from home, and so I usually just have the time to.
What do you guys do?
I'm a marketing coordinator.
Oh, okay.
I do marketing. I also do marketing actually.
Do you ever feel like I don't, correct me if I'm wrong, but like do you ever feel like doing this is kind of like an outlet for you to be more creative as well as like not deal with some of the bullshit that comes with, I mean, we're all in marketing.
Yes, right?
Basically.
Because doing marketing for something that you're like, okay, it's just work.
Passionate about.
Yeah. Doing this is like, oh, we have something that we miss, like home, obviously, Macau.
Yeah. And it's like, why not make something out of it and, you know, put it into
skills.
Our skills, yeah.
Yeah. It's funny because like people ask me like, like Instagram stuff. And like I don't have any strategy behind my sketchy car thing, but like for work stuff, obviously I do. And then I'm just like, well, you can just do this. And like, wow, I never thought of that. And then I'm like, oh right, yeah, some people don't know this. So yeah, we have an advantage if we actually, well, if I actually used it in practice. I was in Hawaii a few months ago, and I like have this permanent tan now, and my mom like randomly, because she's visiting me for a while, I don't know, like way too long, and sometimes she just looks at me and she's like, "You're still really dark," and I'm like.
That's the thing.
He's like, where are you going? I'm like, I don't know. The sun in Hawaii just hit me. It just said, this is what you need.
Yes.
They like to comment on your appearances, so
It's like my mom.
Like, the first thing my like coming back is like, oh, you're healthy. You look healthy. I'm like, why
Thank you.
Well, that's a nicer euphemism than like.
But you can tell, yeah, so, you know, like they did the head to toe look, and they're like, you look healthy. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it's kind of it's like so much like internalized racism as well.
We're talking about home, right? So we want to ask you, like you said, you lived in Hong Kong, and I guess you grew up in Canada, but like, is there, and you're in London now, is there anything you do like to kind of for comfort when you have nostalgia or like missing home, or what are the things that you would do? Because you're kind of, I guess, you live outside of your home country now.
I mean, first of all, I don't even know where home is anyway. I haven't been back to Canada in like a decade.
That was another question. Like, where would you call home too?
I don't know. I guess London, because that's where my bed is.
Home is where your bed is most comfortable.
And where I have to pay bills.
Okay.
And my dog. But I think like food is very like evocative of like memories and stuff, and so is scent. So like think like smelling certain things like papaya or something, you're like, oh, you're like transported in time, that kind of thing. Like nostalgia is good, but I think sometimes it can be dangerous if you're stuck in that past for so long that you don't grow or evolve from it, right? Yeah. So I think like eating comfort food is definitely something like congee, which is like everyone's and like this is very controversial, but I don't like bubble tea.
I never like really get the bubble tea because it makes me thirsty afterwards.
Yeah, like first of all, I don't want that much sugar. I don't really like fruit. So the only flavor I want is the milk tea, and the tapioca is just in the way. Like there's too much, there's too many. We don't, like
yes, no. Same.
Like 2 balls is enough. We don't need more than that.
That's what she
tapioca.
Yeah, I did say that.
I love it.
It's more like comfort food and stuff, but it doesn't even have to be Asian comfort food. It could be like mix. Like I don't know why.
Yeah, fusion.
Like, matzo ball soup. It's like I'm not Jewish or anything, but in Canada or like I have friends. I don't know. When I go visit New York, I'm like I have to have matzo ball soup. I don't know why. Like that deli environment. It's like Jewish cha tan tang. I'm like, yes, so nice.
Yeah, Jewish food is like new to me. Because I guess Macau we have none.
No, there's not a lot of When you were in Hong Kong, like was there like a culture shock for you? Like I guess are your parents like originally from Hong Kong?
Yeah, it was like a reverse culture shock for me because like growing up, I moved when I was like 10-ish, and then I would go every summer to Hong Kong, but we would stay like with my relatives in like new territories and like Kowloon, and they were like in government housing. So when they told us, like me and my brother, that hey, we're moving to Hong Kong permanently, I just like bawled my eyes out. I'm like, what do you mean I won't have a real toilet? Like I have to use a facade to like 冲凉. Like I don't understand. Like I was so upset. I thought that was all Hong Kong was because we never left the island, like the new territories and stuff. So yeah, it was like a complete reverse culture shock, which is why I think sometimes using the term third culture kid isn't very specific to me because technically that's my culture, but I'm like, what the fuck is this? And it
So
took me
true.
a really long time to like get it as in like embrace it and like get rid of a lot of the initial internalized racism and hatred that I had. I would be like, because I went to international school and I'm
Yeah.
so stupid. I was like, I don't want to learn Mandarin. I didn't even know Mandarin was a language. Because like in Canada, I took Cantonese Saturday schools and that was just called Chinese schools. That's what I thought Chinese was. But
Wow.
like at school in Hong Kong, I didn't do Mandarin because everyone's like, your GPA is gonna get down. The teachers are former Red Guards. They're terrible. So I
Jeez.
kind of regret not doing that. Yeah, Mandarin is like hard and like I don't know how to like eavesdrop, which is probably the thing I care most about. Like, what are you talking about, me bitch? You know, doing
Yeah.你说
Cantonese.
什么？
I know, like I'm just like it's because when you speak a language and or at least for me when I try to speak a second language and I'm trying to assert authority or like this is serious shit here, but it comes out even when I speak Cantonese I have a twang. They're just like, "Oh, you're so cute. You're still trying so hard. What are you trying to say?" And I'm just like, I don't know how to express my anger. It's like they feel like at least my experience in Hong Kong growing up, they feel like it's a compliment to say like, "Are you Korean? Are you Japanese?" And then last, "Oh, you're Cantonese, but maybe you're mixed." I'm like, "Nope, nope, nope." Unfortunately, I paid the money. I did the test. I am 98% broadly East Asian.
Ooh.
So yeah.
Love it. I feel the same way when I go back to Philippines, like, you know, I like reverse culture shock because I never really go there. Like, I probably went there like a handful of times. And whenever I'm there, I'm like seen as like, oh, she's from the city. She doesn't speak the like because we live in Bohol, so it's not even Tagalog, it's Bisaya, and I have no idea what they're talking about. And and my cousin's English is not that great. I look like a brat there. I feel like a brat there, and it's but I'm just like, you know, they look at me. They're like, oh, she looks Filipino, but then she doesn't act like a local. So it's like I'm never really a part of it. I just don't feel, yeah.
Can you kind of like guess from context what they're trying to say?
No, no.
No.
Not even like maybe when they speak Tagalog because I have friends in Philippines, I mean in Macau that are speaking Tagalog all the
Right.
time. But Bisaya is like my mom only uses it to scold me. Like so I only know the scolding words.
How can she scold you when you don't even understand what she's scolding you about?
But that's
Exactly.
the thing with like parents who speak a different language.
Maybe
They,
she's
you know,
like
when
praising you. Yeah, maybe she's like, "You're doing such a good job, honey."
Her facial expression doesn't look like that.
Fair enough, fair enough.
it's kind of like a blessing, but also a curse to not know where your home is because you kind of because of I guess growing up with different cultures, you are able to be more flexible maybe with different cultures, and then you can kind of get
It's on
comfortable
my
in.
CV.
Oh, really?
I don't use third culture. I say cross culture. I'm like,
Cross culture.
because of my international experience, I'm very good at mediating like global corporate cultures and understanding the needs of other people. And I'm
Very
culturally
smart.
sensitive. So like put me on your DEI team.
That's how you make it like official, you know, because it's an actual skill to be able to like relate to different cultures and then being flexible with it.
Yeah, yeah.
What you mentioned, like that's a blessing, right? But like a curse is also like, you know, where is home? Where do you actually belong?
Identity issues, identity crisis.
Crisis, like it's all the time. It's 24/7. Like no matter what phase I'm in, there's always an identity crisis.
I'm with Filipino kids and they're like, but you're like not in full Filipino. And I'm like, whatever. I'm like with the Cantonese kids and they're like, tiếng Hoa có dành đi với mình. And I'm like,
Yeah, yeah. So I have an example about this, like, because there's so many Hong Kongers moving to the UK now with the BNO and everything. And then there was like this welcome festival thingy in the summer, and they had some makers and creatives sell their stuff. And I think I talked about it briefly while I was really drunk on my Instagram stories. My friend who's like half white, half Cantonese, and somehow and her mom's Japanese a bit, but she's got curly hair, which apparently Asians don't have.
right.
And then the people were like really like questioning and doubting her. They're like, what do you mean you're from Hong Kong? You look like a toy. Like you look like you're white, but she went to local school and she relates more to Hong Kong than any Caucasian side of her. So it felt really, I felt bad for her because there's parts that so many of us leave Macau or Asia and Hong Kong because we had the opportunity and privilege to leave it because we don't like some aspects of the culture, but then you see it following you, and then those people are still perpetuating it. What are your favorite Macanese foods? Asian food.
We were literally gonna ask you that.
Well, we have to talk about food. We're Asian.
We have to. This is a must. Canto food or Asian food.
Any.
Go.
Asian cuisine. I'm gonna choose Thai.
Okay. Which dish? There's so many.
Oh my god. I think I'll choose jugangyok or the raw shrimp like yim sang
Ooh,
ha.
yim sang ha. Give me the yim sang ha, please. I love that. So good.
So good.
I like the cock-a-pow, you know, the basil chicken with the egg on top.
I think what I miss most is just like convenience store food.
7-Eleven, please.
7-Eleven.
Or some Circle K or something like that. Or if you're feeling fancy, some Lawson if you're in another country, or Family Mart.
Family Mart, yes.
You can like live off of that stuff. It's amazing.
You really can. In Japan, oh my god, they have like the sushi already in the 7-Eleven. I'm like, breakfast, baby. Like my boyfriend would be like, you're eating fish in the morning for breakfast? I'm like, is there a rule that I can't eat fish?
I think if there's one cuisine, I think like Japanese cuisine could live off of, because this like everyone thinks it's just like sushi and stuff, but it's just like really
way more
well made stuff. Like I'll be so happy to get like a little grilled fish in the morning with some miso soup and rice. I'm like, it's so wholesome. Yeah. Like, you're in a fucking Ghibli movie.
Takoyaki balls, please.
Yes. Except so often the dough to octopus ratio is not good.
Oh my god, that's so true. The ball is like big, and then the octopus is like, I don't know, 8-10 times more, like a little.
It swam away.
Even. Yeah. I'm like, what are you doing? What's the point?
Yeah. What's the point of this?
It's so true. Do you have like a Canto favorite dish?
I really miss like yin yuan chao fan, especially like the shitty one from like Tagalog.
Ooh,
what is it? Actually, is it like
it's like mixed? So it looks like a yin yang sign, and one side is like bechamel, like bastardized bechamel sauce, and then the other side is like tomato sauce with like maybe a pork chop and maybe some pineapple. I don't know. It's like a lot of the food, the Canto Tang food and stuff they make, it doesn't even like. It sounds disgusting, but it just tastes good.
So good. It's so hard to like tell my boyfriend, oh, come on, try. Like, it's good. I get the kale ao lam fan, and it's like so good.
But I also understand how like if you didn't grow up with certain things, like why it can be off-putting. But then like for instance, like a lot of white people go like, oh, why would you eat congee? And I'm like, you eat porridge. It has no flavor.
It's the same.
At least we can put condiments on ours. It's like the same thing, okay? We're all poor, okay?
I saw a reel of a Filipino like woman, like she was feeding a kid lugao, like the Filipino congee. It's they call it lugao, but it's the same. And then they were like on the comments like, how dare you like torture a child with like rice and just warm water with salt. I'm like, saltine crackers? Like that's literally it without the unhealthiness with it. I'm like,
also, I forget which season. I used to watch Top Chef a lot. I forgot which. This is gonna annoy me. One female chef, she won. Her winning dish was congee.
Delicious. Proud. I'm gonna Google that and I put it right here. Good job, woman.
Tag her.
Good job.
Yeah.
Dude, people are so crazy. There's so many types of chok also. Oh my god.
Like two.
And I think
My favorite is
Yeah.
the Saoyo Peitan.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Peitan Whoops.
I have this dish that I miss a lot. Like, I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but it's something that I crave most of the time. Is chang fun, like the most basic Thai chang fun. And then, like, I try to explain to people like how they're made or what it is. I guess it's not. It's the closest thing I can compare it to is the rice rolls, like the Vietnamese ones. But then this is just a wrap with sauces and then sesame.
I saw like a real hack where someone used like the dry Vietnamese rice wrapping.
Yeah, and then you
cut it
dip
up
it
and
with
they steamed it. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
quite a few of them, but I'm really lazy at cooking, so I haven't done that.
And that's what I miss the most in Macau. It's just like every corner you go, there's a street food, or convenience store where you can get some food too. Like, it's just like non-stop options, and it doesn't burn your wallet because
Yeah, I think that's the
It's like-
thing why like so many
Yeah.
people in Asia, like it's more affordable to eat out than actually eat in. Like I remember when I was younger and I would be like, "Oh, mom, I really want a salad." She's like, "Why do you want a salad?" Buying like a bag of like rocket or arugula at Pak Guy at Taste, like 80 quid, not 80 quid, fuck, 80 Hong Kong dollars. And then she's like, and then you have to buy the smoked salmon. The smoked salmon is like this much money. And then the cheese is this much money. You might as well just buy a whole dish at a
Remember how
restaurant.
foreign ingredients, like even chicken breast, is super expensive because this is something that foreigners eat, and then it gets really expensive. And I guess salad is also more like foreigner thing because I realize there's not a lot of salad. They don't really sell salad in like Hang.
No,
You know,
no. At the gyms they do, like the bro
Ooh.
gyms they do, and it
Bro
costs so much.
Yeah.
I remember my mom used to be like, your grandma was so brave with her like culinary palate. She would eat raw vegetables. Like she would eat a salad. I was like, okay.
It's like, for example, with like lettuce in like America or other countries, lettuce you eat it with salad raw. But like even here, like in hot pot, you cook the lettuce choice, choice, and then you cook it like, and then you eat it. You don't eat like just a raw choice.
Yeah, like my mom used to be like, "Oh, you always buy so much sashimi. We need to like put it in the hot water for a little bit before to kill the germs." And I'm like, you just ruined it. It's not hot pot, mom.
Yeah, no. Even ingredients wise, like I miss, how easy it was in Asia. Like even chili peppers, I can't like it's hard to find here. I have to go to an Asian mart, like, and hopefully they have.
Like ingredients are more expensive, like Asian ingredients. But I want to know, like, what do they call Asian supermarkets where you are? I guess like if you were in New Jersey, New York.
H Mart. There's H Mart.
I love H Mart, but like I don't know, like here they still call everything like Oriental supermarket, and then I want to like die.
Oh my god, yeah.
Some people don't care, and then I'm too tired to like explain to people now like why it shouldn't be called that.
Yes. No, right now, like the one that I go to is like 10 minutes away from me, and it's a small one. It's called Asian Oriental Market, literally.
It's like, why are you doubling it?
Yeah, for real. And the woman speaks Cantonese. I was like, what?
Like, yeah. So part of me thinks like they still use, like the shop owners, they still use the word Oriental because that's what the public understands and knows. But then, so it's not on them to educate. But then it kind of sucks that you keep asking to use that word and you can't change it. But then I also don't know if it's similar in the US, whereas like here when people say Asia, they mostly think of like Indians or South Asians, and Oriental is East Asian. But then I'm like, but what about Southeast Asia.
Southeast
What
Asia,
are
yes,
they?
that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
I feel like whenever someone says Asian here, they think Chinese or Japanese or Korean.
Yeah, actually, I think here's more the opposite. They would think like Japanese, Korean, and Chinese.
Right?
Because I would say I'm Asian,
Yeah.
they're like, you look like Asian. I'm like, really?
know, like to them,
Okay.
Philippines or Indonesia, that's not Asia. Like, or why are you,
Well, how do you reply then?
I just say,
I mean, think there's a whole big part of Asia. You know that, right? It's not just those 3 countries.
I'll just say I'm Sri Lankan and Filipino. I don't even like bother.
Sometimes I like want to like troll them and be like, actually, I'm like from Mongolia and I'm like a royalty, but 23andMe says no.
Like, I'm actually a princess in my village, and I control the horses. Even
Yeah,
till
my
now.
village of 20 people. I don't know too much about my like I know we're like some type of minorities. Excuse me.
Yes,
Having a
yes.
White Claw. I don't know where exactly I'm from. I know like I'm somehow Hakka and Hotlo and something other
Ooh.
thing. And then I know one time when I was young, my mom took me and my cousin to some village in like Guangzhou, and she's like, "You're related to these people," and I'm like, "How?"
You're related to these people.
It's like, you know how like 23andMe is like really good for like white people? I wonder if it's because like there's not enough data for
Yes.
Asians like in general, or because like I mean so many of us were like fucking illiterate, right? Like how am I supposed to even write my date of birth? And then
Yeah.
wars and shit, right? Like we all got bombed and things got stolen, and so we don't have those records. If you were in a church or something, then they probably kept those records and stuff, right? So
Maybe.
I think it's really hard for, like I know I hear a lot of things about like Asian Americans or something, like I want to go and find my roots and stuff, and I'm like, sorry buddy, the most you're gonna find is like maybe here's like a little urn from your second grandfather who had Eli or something. I don't know.
Had a Eli.
If you're rich enough.
Yeah, right.
I think that's like a shame. Although, because like my mom looks really southern, and for the longest time she would be like, I'm so glad your nose didn't turn out as flat as it did.
That's my mom to me, like every other week, I swear.
That's us
right?
too.
But then we don't know as much about my dad, so I thought the longest time I'm like, maybe I'm Mongolian or something cool. And then when 23andMe was like, no, you're just Asian, and I'm like, thanks.
Thanks, like I knew that, but thanks. Can I get a refund?
Yeah, I have a question. What's it like did you guys go to local schools in Macau or like international? Is it mostly in English, or like what are classes taught in?
It's
Portuguese?
Everything Chinese.
Like, everything Cantonese.
True.
Yeah, and so our parents just kind of like, oh, they should learn Cantonese. Throw them into the Chinese school, they'll be fine.
Plus, international schools in Macau are like pricier. It's like my parents are immigrants in Macau, so they didn't really earn much. And public schools are free for locals, but for immigrants, we do have to pay still, but it's still way cheaper.
Yeah.
Plus, like my mom is like, oh, you can learn Cantonese and you can like translate for us, like for life.
Like
wow,
legal documents.
Making you work already.
For real.
What were like the hot spots to hang out in Macau after school?
Ooh.
After school, McDonald's.
Yeah.
Which one? Do they have McWings?
Yes.
Of course.
Like Hong Kong is amazing. Oh my god, everything is way more amazing in McDonald's and KFC there. Pizza Hut even also. Ooh,
no. Pizza Hut is just insane in Asia, and one time it gave me diarrhea, so I haven't had it since.
Oh, whoops! Never mind.
They're like, let me tell you about this Thousand Island sauce. I'm like, okay, and then my body was like, nope, regret, nope.
That's like our family gets that all the time. The Thousand Island pizza. because my
Really?
dad, because my dad doesn't eat pork, so that's
I kind of want to try it again. Maybe my body is ready now. Although the older I get, the more things it rejects. So.
Same. That's me too, man.
Yeah.
My God, I bought lo mein. Like, oh my God, thinking like, oh, so nostalgic. But after I eat it, I'm like dying. I'm dying, and I'm like, what is this? I used to eat this every day.
I think for me, like moving to Europe, or I'm still gonna call the UK Europe. Don't cancel me. Don't cancel me. So annoying. I have to, first world problems. I have to fucking queue in the airport now. Eating dairy, like real cheese that's affordable, and drinking milk, although I am partial to oat milk because they have good branding. But cheese, like, oh my God, it's so expensive in Asia, but it's so good. And I'm like, I will eat it. Just don't hang out with me tomorrow. Like, I need one whole day to recover. And then like people, like Asian people will always be like, oh no, you can take laxate or whatever. I'm like, I'm not here for this. I fully take on the repercussions. Like, I understand what's happening. In the US, like they're pretty happy to give you a lot of pills and stuff, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here it's so fucking hard. I'm like, I'm sick. And they're like, okay, you can come to the doctor in like 4 weeks. I'm like, what if I'm dead by then? And then they're like, go to A&E. And I'm like,
oh, interesting. I see.
Really?
Oh yeah, we say A&E, not ER, which is confusing because I was like, where's George Clooney?
A&E, what does that stand for? Accidents and emergency.
Yes, which is also what they say in Hong Kong. So what do they say in Macau?
ICU.
ICU, isn't that where children go?
Intensive care unit.
Intensive care unit.
No, that's intensive care unit, guys. That is Paji ICU. Stop.
Okay, clearly we failed every Asian mother of us becoming doctors. Because when I was in Hong Kong, I was in the phase of like, I hate being blah, blah, blah. I'm white. I'm going to go back to Canada. So I'm like, our world, fucking that Whitney Houston song, Simply the Best. Watch all that Star World shit. But
Star World!
I did watch a lot of Anthony Bourdain, which I did really like.
Ooh, nice. My mom would actually watch the Cantonese, that TVB and ATV, they have the English and Chinese, right? But my mom would watch the Chinese one because they would have K-drama.
Okay.
And then it would be Chinese subtitles, and my mom would ask me to translate that. So
that's really cute.
That's my life.
So cute. I
like, what did you say? What did you say?
Oh wait, I'm like watching it like so emotional. I'm like, oh
yeah,
and he's like, what'd you say like that? Mom, she's just saying that she loves her, okay?
I don't know. Did you guys watch Turning Red?
Yeah.
That's nice.
So Disney had it in Cantonese, and my mom was still in Hong Kong, and I like mobile phone screen. This is how you get into Disney. I've made you a profile. You click this and you click this to get Cantonese. And I was like, it's also the same time as Everything Everywhere All at the same time. However you pronounce it. And I was like, okay, this one's a bit easier for her to understand generational trauma. And all she got out of it was, Karr, they don't have that temple in Toronto. She's like, we would never have made you sweep that. And then what else did she say? She's like, oh, that girl kind of reminds me of you because you were kind of a perfectionist. But she's like, I wasn't that mean to you. Yeah, I think she just couldn't get over the whole, this looks like SF. This doesn't look like downtown Toronto. Where is the banh mi shop that we go to?
Where is it?
Like, I don't know. That's not the point. And I already made her watch it in Cantonese, so I was like, I'm not even gonna bother showing you the more extreme version, which some of my friends watched with their parents, and they had a lot of great stories of like feels and talks about afterwards. Do you guys like feel resigned to like generational trauma stuff is just it's just what it is, and there's no point in trying to communicate more about it or try to understand?
Sometimes it's easy for me to talk to like my mom about it, or some things, and some things I just kind of accept and then kind of not repeat it. Or
it's been easier for me after I left Macau to
yeah, that's true. Oh, me too, for sure.
Yeah, because it's like, I'm not gonna see them face to face, and she would hear me out more, and definitely like I've been talking to her way more like in a way where I also understand her. She gone through all that shit too, and I tell her I forgive her because she didn't know any better either, and it's like we usually just cry and just like yeah, and we don't like crying, so we usually don't even talk about it.
Oh, I was gonna say like similar to like I guess Chinese medicine as well. Like if I wanna, because like for me, I had like this huge stomachache issue, and then only Chinese medicine was ever able to help me at all. And I had to wait 4 years coming back for me to go to Chinese. Well, I know there's Chinese medicine like in New York, but
no, it's sus. I don't know. I don't trust them.
Oh, really?
No, I'm sure they're good. If anywhere in New York is better than London, I'm sure.
That's fair.
Fair. So like even that, like, right, like I grew up with it, but I don't fully understand it because I didn't really need to understand it. I just had to go to a doctor, and then they'll tell me what to eat, and they'll give me like, okay, this much root and just this much leaves, and then and then you just boil them.
Like the tea places, I love the tea places. You just tell, like, there's those like random corners, like that's like just tea. It's literally all herbal tea, and then you go there and you tell them what's your problem, like literally sore throat or period pains. Yeah.
They'll be like, you show them your tongue. Then they'll tell you what the problem is.
Yeah, just like, when you cough, is it painful or something? Like they would like ask you all these questions, and they're like, okay. And then while they're mixing up the tea, and they're like, drink this. Like, okay, it's super bitter, but you're just like.
I don't think it's the worst thing I've ever tasted in my life. So
no,
I'm like, that's okay.
I feel like it's like, oh, this works. It's like it's bitter because it works. So it's like, I mean, it's like better than tequila shots. Am I right?
Yes. But also, like, I think like a lot of traditional Chinese medicine or just holistic medicine in general, like when I'm outside of Asia, I feel a bit more like self-conscious taking it or doing it. Like if you hurt your foot, the first thing in Hong Kong at least is like you go to Tita and like you go to school. Even if you went to international school, everyone's like, that's fine, it's stinky, we know what's happening. Or you have cupping and stuff, which now is only kind of popular because of Gwyneth Paltrow and
oh my god, yes. Oh, my mom would make me do it for her, like get a glass.
Oh, I do it myself. And
badass.
And yeah, so it's sometimes like it's a bit like I guess sometimes I don't like it when I'm like outside of Asia and I see people like putting like in crazy prices for something that is like literally some sea lie just does it for not sea lie, some trained sea lie does it for you at home.
Oh,
and
so true.
It's like, almost like it's like the fancier treatment or the more the
they're like, oh, it's Oriental. It's like, no,
yeah, because it's exotic.
Yeah. I'm like, it's not really. It's just like mud on your leg.
Yeah. That's what I feel about Chinese food here in America too. Like, it's just not worth it. Like, you pay, this much money, and it's literally just like, like it's fried boneless chicken with the sauce. Like.
But yeah, I do have a soft spot for like bastardized American Asian Chinese food. Like some of us, like Kung Pao chicken is great. Or like it's like you have to eat it for what it is, and you can crave that dirt, like that bad part of it, and then you can appreciate the authentic whatever side is it as well.
Yes, it's another category.
Yeah, like and I get it, because like people that made it there had to like one, survive with the ingredients they had at that point, and two, they also had to make a living, so they had to like appease to the
locals, yeah,
right. So I get it, and if you can make something out of it, that's great. You made a whole different type of cuisine. So I'm a very
Yes.
it's probably bad. I'm like a very extreme person. Like I either love really, really shit pizza or like really, really good pizza. I don't want this in between crap. So that kind of also the same is like I guess with Asian food too here, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I still think Asian food in America is better than say the UK because
That's fair.
the diaspora of the people that live in the suburbs are like they make it great. Whereas there's not as many here, I would say. Like Indian food is really good here. It's like there's so many of us here. I don't understand why even like Jollibee, it's here now and people are like, why is this spaghetti sweet? I'm like, that's how it is there. If you don't like it, then fuck off.
Yes.
Why don't queue then? Like you have to like it for what it is because of the context and the historical and the culture of it.
True.
If you don't like it,
Preach. True.
go eat your fucking Heinz, which is also good, but you
Yeah,
know.
that's what. Yeah, it's like it's not even a diss. It's just like, girl, if you don't like it, eat something else. You're so right. Oh, I do like a lot of like fusion, like from.
I do too, and so many things are made like banh mi is French. Be it like even the baguette itself isn't a baguette,
True.
and then like
True.
tempura, fucking Portuguese.
A
right?
lot of stuff in Macau is like fusion
Yes.
because of Portuguese, you know. Minchi, you know minchi, the one that's like minced beef or pork with potatoes.
Also
yes.
in like Tan Tang, you'll find like sisi gong ju pa fan, and that's like
Yes!
a totally
Yes!
Portuguese
It's disgusting.
dish.
I love it.
I love it so much.
I love that fake cheese. It's so good. I don't know what it is, but it makes me happy.
Really love this episode. Oh my god. Yeah, it's so easy to talk to you. You're so amazing. You're like a daikate.
Oh my god, I am
so
being
cool.
called that more now because
Really?
the like here there's the terms like East Southeast Asian ESEA, I guess, and like the people I meet from there, which is mostly from my account thing, they're all mostly they're younger than me and they're like around your age, and it just makes me feel like so like happy that like you all have like the courage to like put yourself out there and stuff. Cause like when I was your age and everything, it's not like you're that much younger. It's just like even a few years back, I wouldn't have I wouldn't have been as vocal probably about being Asian or drawing and stuff like that. It's just like so I'm always like so in awe of anyone that's doing what they want to do, and I think you should keep going at it because it's great, it's wonderful, and like even if you get haters and stuff, have a cry, have a drink. They probably have small dicks, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Girl, when we watch your stuff, like you're truly an inspiration. Like no, nothing less of an inspiration, and we love you. It's like it's
thank
great.
you. But
it pushes us. Like obviously,
for real.
My Cantonese is also really shit. So it's
say something. Your favorite Canto phrase. Do you have it? Do you have a favorite Canto phrase?
That I don't know.
So cute.
That's actually cute.
That I don't know, something like that, or like when I swear, but then that's so like boring. I guess everyone swears. Yeah, I think my favorite thing is like being, like I said, eavesdropping in different languages. Like I still vividly remember like turning around on the double-decker bus. Someone was like,
oh my god,
like shitty blonde hair when I was like a teenager because I really liked Avril Lavigne. Like look at her hair and like wow,咁肥咁多樣都得喎, and I just turn around and like 小姐，我知你講緊咩㗎?
I love it.
And then I had no follow up, and I just got off the bus because I was like, I don't know what else to say now.
Mic drop. That's done.
That's all you have to say.
I know we're like cutting it close, but I feel like if you ever want to talk shit again more, please let me know because I have many things I want to talk about.
Yes,
we'll take that up. We'll take that up.
And I can definitely tell you about my few experiences in Macau.
Ooh, you've been to Macau?
Yes, I have, as a child and as an adult.
Okay, good.
Awesome. Okay, yeah, that could be our next topic already. Perfect. Like,
yeah. And then you can tell me how horrible Hong Kong is.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Please shout out whatever you
and
want to
I'm-
shout out.
Yeah, we'll put your
shout out to
IG
you
and
guys, and everyone should eat yin yang cao fa.
Yin yang. I was just saying, yin yang means like two different, right? Because they also have like a tong soy that's yin yang, like
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it's like half almond and half sesame.
sesame. Yeah.
The winter what festival?
Okay.
Yeah.
冬季.
Yeah, and you can eat that tong yuan shit.
Solstice, winter solstice.
Yeah, winter solstice. It's like I don't know. I just need
when
a
it turns
Just a reason
winter.
to eat.
Yeah.
reason to eat. Any Asian holiday is a reason to eat.
Yes,
basically.
I love it. So awesome. Thank you
Thanks
so much.
for inviting me. It was so
Thank
nice to
you.
actually meet you guys finally and to talk.
So nice to meet you.
Have
Hola.
the rest of your day.
You
To
too,
take
girl.
care and feel better.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. So cool.
That was so cool. Oh my god.
Totally, we could totally do more episodes with her.
Yeah, obviously. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. And follow Sketchykarr, please, because
Yeah.
it's amazing content.